Hi, I'm Steve and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you something special, how to make a batch of no-knead bread.
And all you need is a spatula and a bucket. To make it easier, I designed the recipe around a 5-pound bag of flour so that I wouldn't have to do a lot of measuring. Then I took a large pitcher and marked 60 ounces on the side, which makes measuring water fast and convenient. I use it for loaves, baguettes, dinner rolls, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll be using 60 ounces cool tap water, 2 tablespoons salt, 1 rounded teaspoon instant yeast, and 1 5-pound bag of flour. I set up my workspace with my utensils and my ingredients. I'm going to start with the liquid ingredients, 60 ounces cool tap water. Next, 2 tablespoons salt. I use everyday table salt. And 1 rounded teaspoon instant yeast, sometimes referred to as bread machine yeast. And I'll give it a little stir. Now the dry ingredients. 1 5-pound bag of bread flour. Next, I'll combine the wet and dry ingredients. I'm going to use a thin stir stick to start. The objective is to hydrate the flour. Watch. It'll come together and form a shaggy ball. There. Now the spatula. I'm going to take the moist dough from the bottom and mix it with the drier dough on top. And we're done.
Did you see how easy that was? But what's more important, if you're a small restaurant or church, you don't have to buy any special equipment.
All we need to do now is put the lid on the tub, leave it on the counter to proof overnight, and Mother Nature will do the kneading for us. I'll see you in the morning. It doesn't make any difference if you're making a batch or a loaf. No-knead dough should be proofed for 8 to 24 hours. The dough is proofed overnight and more than doubled in size. It's time to make the bread. I set up my workspace with the dough off to the left, flour and utensils off to the right. And I started by spraying the bread pans with no-stick spray. Before we take the dough out of the tub, I need to reduce its size. It'll make it easier to work with. Next, I'll dust the workspace with flour and scrape the dough out of the bowl. As you can see, the dough is very moist and sticky. I'll start by shaping the dough into a circle. It will make it easier to divide into equal portions. Next, I'll divide the dough into 5 portions. I'll try to make them equal in size, but it's okay if they vary in size a little. I'm going to push to separate. Then, one at a time, I'm going to form them into a ball. You don't have to shape or handle them a lot. The pan will do the shaping for you. And into the pan it goes. Note how I use the bowl scraper to pick the dough up and put it in the pan. Now, did you see how irregular that one was? You really don't have to worry. The pan will shape it into a gorgeous loaf. You'll see. Note, I'm putting the smooth side down. The irregular top will give the loaf a nice rustic appearance. And we're done. I placed the dough in the bread pan and covered it with the flour sack towel proof. Before I leave the kitchen, I'll prep the oven by positioning the rack in the middle. I do it in advance so I don't forget. I'm going to proof the dough for an hour and a half, and I want to preheat the oven, so I'm setting the timer for an hour and 15 minutes. Dough should be proofed for 1 to 2 hours, and the oven should be preheated. It's been an hour and 15 minutes, and I'm setting the oven to 400 degrees.
The dough has been proofing for an hour and a half, and the oven is preheated. It's time to bake the bread.
The bread is in the oven, and I've set the timer for 45 minutes.
It's been 45 minutes. The bread is ready. Let's take a look.
And it looks fantastic. Look at the rustic crust. These loaves are as delicious as they look. Let me show you the airy crumb. Well, what do you think? If you like this video, I would like to introduce you to my latest cookbook, Introduction to Making No-Knead Bread in Batches. I think you'll enjoy the cookbook. Thanks for watching.